Hello, hello, friends. Welcome back. It's Dion with the Blushing Mint. What a mess I have on my desk, right? Well, today we are playing in our junk mail. So what we're going to do today is we are going to make these quick coin envelopes out of junk mail envelopes. And so just kind of similar to the coin pockets we made the other day, these ones are going to be similar in a different application, but they're going to also have the window on the front of those. So hang out with me and we're going to make some of these. Of course, we're going to use our book pages and we're going to cover these and decorate as well, because this is another one of our 100-day projects. So grab some envelopes and let's craft along with me. You'll see that just like when we're using our standard book pages, I've got to let my dog out. Hang on. Yes, my dog is having a moment. I let him out, but of course he's going to be whining to come right back in again. I just know it. So anyway, so grab your envelopes and here's what we're going to do. So just like our other book page pockets, your pocket is going to vary based on the size of your envelope. So let's start with this little short guy here. The first thing I'm going to do here is the top of the envelope opposite the end of where your window is at. You're going to go ahead and you're going to open that top flap. Okay, and then on this bottom, what would be the bottom of our envelope, you're going to slice that down approximately halfway between the top and the window. Okay, now what you're going to do is where your window, the front of the envelope that the window is on, you're going to tuck that front underneath here, but you want to make sure that you don't tuck it so far that it's visible in your actual window. So you want to come just back from the window and fold that across. Now, we're going to come back up here and we are going to actually seal this up. The flap is not part of our project. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side, and we're going to slip that down a ways, about that halfway's mark. And then we're going to tuck this into the inside of our little pocket here. And that is just creating a reinforcement for where you're going to tuck things into your envelope. Okay, and then the other part of this becomes our actual flap. Okay, and you want that flap to fold back just a ways from where you've got here. That way you can still tuck into that pocket with no issues. Okay, so let's do another one real quick. So we have our envelope. And right now it's opened on the one side, just where the flap is. So we're going to take our little tool, and on the opposite end of where our window is, we're going to open this up. Okay? And then we're going to go halfway between the distance of the edge of our window and the top of our envelope, and we're going to slit this as well. Okay, now then we are going to fold in the side that is the front of the envelope. We're going to fold that into itself, but not so far down that it impedes the window. Fold it across. Okay, then we're going to bring it up, seal this flap here, and then cut this side. might have sealed my envelope just a hair too good here with my glue, so bear with me while I unstick that. Okay. Then we're going to fold this into itself to reinforce the edge of our main pocket here. And if it rips or anything like that, it's okay, guys, because we're going to cover this whole thing is going to get covered. And then this becomes our flap for our new coin pocket. And we're going to cover this. We're going to cover our window. We're going to put something fun in there. And so there you have a coin pocket. One more. Okay, so this is an envelope that has already been opened, whereas these were return envelopes. So all I'm going to do here is, again, across the side that is not got the edge of the window, I'm going to open that up, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come halfway down between the window and the top of my fold. Then I'm going to fold this in like so. And then this, I can glue this down. And then this becomes our flap. Look how easy that was. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to get our book pages and we are going to decorate a couple of these up. And I'm going to show you at the end here how we can use these in our actual journals. Sorry, had to put my envelopes back in their box. Okay. So the first thing I want to do before I get started decorating the exterior of these windows, of these envelopes, the first thing I want to do is I want to figure out what I'm going to put inside my window. What do I want showing in my window? Well, I've decided that for mine, I have so many of these pretty washi stickers that I have gotten from Wish or other places. And so I'm going to choose maybe a couple stickers maybe to show through my windows. I like that one. Let's see if there's another one that I can audition that I might like even better maybe. Ooh, I love this one. Okay, so I'm going to decorate this envelope, and this is going to be my image on my inside. Now, because I am committing to using my book pages, I'm going to, I actually am going to put my image on a piece of music paper from a music book. And I'm just going to kind of audition how wide that window is. And I'm just going to tear this just slightly wider. And then I'm going to do the same thing on my width here, or length, I'm sorry. And hold the phone. I got to let my dog in. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. My dog is being very needy. It is snowing, and somebody went by, and Lord knows he, of course, thought that he was going to get company or something. I don't know. He's such a special, special boy. Okay, so this is going to be super simple. I am literally just going to place my sticker on my music page. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And again, stickers versus Dion. Who is going to win, guys? Who is going to win? Hey, by the way, hello, how are you? I jumped right into this video and I forgot to say, hey, how are you? What's going on in your world? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And of course, thank you for all your fun comments. And for those of you who are crafting along with me, I love hearing hearing and reading your challenges. It's great. I feel like we're all crafting together until we're actually crafting together. Okay, so there is our little sticker. And then when I actually put this into the envelope here, I'm going to actually just glue it. But that's what it's going to look like. I love that. So now what I'm going to do is I am simply just going to glue around the front edges of my image here. Like so. And then I am going to maneuver this. Oh, trying to not get glue on the window, Dion. Don't get glue on the window, guys. Don't do it. All right. Shall I try again? Technically inadept here today. It might be harder than it seems. I just am not got it together today. My head's probably in the camera because I'm trying to work over myself here. All right. There we go. So there is our image right through our window. And now what we can do is we can get started on decorating up these pages. So because I have music page in here in my pocket, I want to have some music page coming through here as well, coming elsewhere into the envelope. So I think I'm going to just take this music page here and I'm going to just attach it down this front flap, and I'm just going to use yes, glue stick. I'm just going to use my basic glue stick for this right now. And I'm going to actually come just inside here with this. Guys, I don't have it together today at all. I'm getting ready to head to the cabin and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be behind. So I need to get a couple things filmed up. And clearly my brain isn't fully engaged in my project making here. Okay, so then I can take and I can cut this a bit. All right, then I'm just going to book page collage here on this. Going to grab some different pages. Now I want to go right up to this window, but I don't want to go over my window. I just want to frame that window just like everything else. And now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to close up this edge here. Okay, I'm going to close up this edge. And then as we collage, we want our papers to wrap around everything. Okay, so like I'm going to take this book page and I'm going to put my glue on here. Right up to that window, but not over it. And then I'm actually going to wrap this right around my pocket, right around my envelope. Okay, and then that seals those edges. It makes those tattered edges all nice and clean, and we don't have to worry about them anymore. So then I'm going to rip this. Just make sure it will tuck down in here. And you can, you probably should do the inside flap of your envelope before you seal it up. Okay, like I said, my brain isn't functioning today, guys. I just don't know what my deal is. It's just not thinking straight. So anyway, anywho, so yeah, so now you just basically are going to cover all of your surfaces, and I'm going to, like I said, use my book pages, and then I'm going to decorate this to go inside a journal. But again, these coin pockets are just great. You can use them as a standard envelope. You can use them to mail. You can do all sorts of things with these coin pockets. They're so versatile. I just love them. So yeah, so anyway, how is everybody doing? What's your weather doing there? It is snowing here, and we are going to Island Park to the mountains, and it's going to be yucky, but that's okay because at least we are getting away. But yes, I'm glad my husband is going, so I'm not driving. Oh my goodness, I took my dad to the doctor in Billings yesterday. I almost called him before I was even 30 minutes out of my house and said, we are not going because I hit some drifts in the highway that were about as tall as my wheel wells. And I got thrown into the ditch, and I was just like, oh, but I knew we had to go. So I just trudged along, and then the weather was fine. The roads were great after I got past Ringling, and then we had no real weather to speak of until we got to Billings. And then coming home last night, oh my gosh, we hit Martinsdale. Those of you who are not from Montana are probably like, oh my gosh, the names of these towns. So I live in Livingston, and I go through a town called Clyde Park and a town called Wilsall and a town called Ringling in order to get to my parents' place in White Sulphur. And then we go through a town called Checkerboard, and then we go by a town called Martinsdale, and Two Dot, and Harlow, and Shawmut, and Rygate, and Lavina, and Broadview, and then to Billings. It's quite funny. So yes, I'm sure you're listening to these names going, what? Yeah. Welcome to Montana. So anyway, on the way home, we hit the Martinsdale turn, and the wind was howling so bad, and it just became solid ice from about the Pine Valley Cabin area. Is it Pine Valley Cabins? I think that's what they were called. all the way almost to White Sulphur. Just solid ice. It was terrible. Even my dad was like, okay then. I was like, yeah. So I was not looking forward to my continued drive back home across the Ringling Wilsall Road, but I did it, guys. I did it. I made it home. It took me about an hour and 20 minutes to get from White Sulphur to my home, which is much longer than it usually takes me, but I was not feeling like taking any chances yesterday. Let me tell you, I was tired. I left my house at 8 o'clock, and I got home at 8:30 last night. I was tired, and I just wasn't taking any chances. So, yeah, it was a long day of driving and some really gross roads. So I am excited that my husband is driving today. I do not have to deal with that. So, okay. I think so yeah, gosh, it's taken me forever to collage this, you guys. I do not know what is going on. My brain is tired, I think. Tired. I think that is all I can say about what is happening here. But I wanted to get ahead with another video because for the next 2 weeks, I am basically almost overcommitted. Almost overcommitted, I tell ya. All right, one more book page here. Okay, now this is where the flap is. So I'm going to kind of just wrap this piece here right up around this window. Okay. And then I can take this paper here and I can just fold that in, and that's just yet another layer of reinforcement right on over that fold there. And then I need a piece here. Oops, that's got a bad word on it. Got a bad word on it. I can't use them if they have bad words, guys. People frown on that. They don't like it when their pages have bad words on them. And I'm not very good at looking at that one, but that word stood right out to me. So that means it would really probably stand out to anybody else because, yeah. All right, I just want to get that right up to that window. Then I will, wow, this page is really thick. I like it. I'm gonna cut that right across that top because I just don't need yet another reinforced piece there. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and glue this really good. And that is gonna seal up that edge right there for me. Okay. And then I need a tall piece right here, and that covers our whole envelope. Man, I don't know. This is terrible. And now that our envelope is covered, we can get started decorating. So, just to show you, so this was our window. We've got that decorated. This is the whole inside of this coin envelope here. So we got a nice pocket there. And then we just fold this flap down. I need to do a little bit better job of gluing right here on that piece in particular. Okay. And then we just fold this down, but make sure, again, remember, we don't want it to fold down as far as our flap there. We want to have that space. Oh my goodness, guys. Honestly, I am being really challenged today. Really, really challenged. All right. So, like that. Now, guess what? So you remember those little embossed button coins that we did the other day? Guess what? We are going to pop one of these, and I think we're going to use this one right here because it matches these flowers so perfectly. And so now this is actually going to be our coin flap closure again. And so I'm going to mark where that needs to go inside of my envelope. And I'm going to go ahead, and right now I'm actually, because this is a bit thicker paper, I'm actually going to see if I can get my paper punch in there. Nope, it's not, it doesn't reach far enough. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to get my my punch tool, my awl here, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to punch that hole in there. And then I can open up my little brad here. And I'm going to fit that right through there. I am making a mess out of everything today. This is a real video, guys. There is just, you can see my every challenge today. Things definitely don't go smooth for me every day, let me tell you. And today is one of those. You would not know today is Friday, because it sure is reacting like a Monday. And this video will probably air on Monday, in fact. So maybe that's why it's doing it to me, because it knows it's going to be a Monday video. That could be. Could just be the reason. Okay, so now because this is a pocket, and because these do have those little legs, those sharp little legs on them, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to grab that masking tape here. And I'm going to just rip off a little piece there. And I'm going to cover up those sharp legs so that nothing gets hooked on them going into or out of our pocket, because we just don't want anything to get damaged or anything going into or out of those pockets, and we don't want anybody sticking their hand in there and getting cut up. So all right, now as I'm opening that, I can see where I need to apply some extra glue on these edges here. And then as I finish my decorating on this, I'll probably want to go ahead and reinforce those edges once again, just to make sure that these side edges are really well reinforced as we decorate. So yeah, so then there is our closure. That little button just keeps that closed just enough there that it will stay closed, and we can add some additional embellishments and whatnot onto this. But this is our basic idea for a coin pocket made out of our junk envelopes. We have used our book pages for the 100-day art project. We have used those embossed buttons that we made. And so we're really getting a lot of use out of what's just hanging around, what we just have hanging around our houses. This is not things that we need to go out and buy art supplies to do. This is just an easy thing. So if we grab our journal again, I am so close to done with this journal. I can't wait to show to you guys. So if we grab our journal here, now we could take this journal and we could, or take this envelope here, this coin pocket, and we could glue it directly onto a page, and then it could just be a pocket inside of our journal. We could glue the 3 sides, and we could have a tuck spot behind the coin pocket as well as the pocket itself. We could glue 2 sides, and we could have a tuck behind plus the pocket. And you could glue 2 sides on either side, so it doesn't matter which side of the page. If you wanted to glue just your 2 sides, then you'd have your pocket on this side as well, or your tuck. Or you could just have it free floating. You could tuck it up inside of a tuck. You could have it inside of a pocket. And of course, you could just blank, do like a piece of just plain coffee dyed paper here. And you could also use this as an envelope for mailing out to somebody. It's a great piece of happy mail. It's a great way to, if you have some photos or family mementos or something that you want to share with someone, you could drop them inside. You could create a pocket like this, drop them inside, and then they have a decorative keepsake that you've made that has their family mementos inside of it. So many uses, guys. I'm going to decorate this up a little bit more, and I'll share it with you at as the image for the front of our video, and I'll also share it with you on our social media channels on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. Instaface snap tweet. Yeah, I don't snap. I snap, but not really. And I don't tweet, but I do Instaface. I Instaface, guys. So check me out on Instaface, the Blushing Mint. Hey, thank you guys for joining me. I can't wait to craft and chat with you guys in the next video. As always, share your projects that you're making. If you like what the hot mess that I've created today, share it with some friends who might laugh along with us. I'd love to have them subscribe to the channel, and I can't wait to craft along with you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.